Hello everyone and welcome to my presentation. My name is Lisha Carlo and today I'm going to walk you through an incredible powerful tool that is CyberChef. It is often referred to as the cyber Swiss Army knife because of its versatility and wide range of features packed into one simple browser-based tool. CyberChef is a free and open source web application developed by GCHQ, that is the Government Communications Headquarters of the UK. It is specifically designed for carrying out all kinds of data transformations such as encoding, decoding, encryption, decryption, data extraction, and digital forensics. What makes CyberChef so appealing is that it runs entirely in your browser and no installation is required. This tool is useful for cybersecurity professionals, penetration testers, and forensic analysts. Let me now explain why CyberChef is considered such a valuable tool. First, no installation needed. CyberChef runs in any modern browser. You don't need to install anything or worry about compatibility. Second, it has over 300 operations, from simple base64 decoding to complex AES encryption. It supports a massive range of transformations. Third, it has user-friendly interface. The drag and drop nature of its interface makes it accessible even to beginners. Fourth, it helps analyze malware by decoding hidden or encoded parts of the malware. Fifth, instead of using multiple online tools for each operation, you can do it all in one place, like decode, hashing, format, and more, making your workflow efficient, and it is great for forensic and malware analysis. CyberChef is very easy to access. There are two main options. First one is online access. You can use the tool directly by visiting the official website and it loads instantly in the browser and is ready to use. Second one is offline access. If you are working in a restricted environment with no internet, you can download CyberChef from GitHub. Just open the HTML file locally in any browser, and the tool will run without an internet connection. CyberChef interface. It is clean and organized into four main sections. First one is Operations panel. This is where you'll find a searchable list of hundreds of operations. Categories include encoding, encryption, parsing, compression, formatting, and more. Second one is Recipe panel. This is the heart of the tool. Here, you drag and drop operations in the order you want them applied. You can edit, reorder, or delete steps easily. Third one is the Input panel. This is where you paste the data you want to process. It can be text, base64, or JSON, etc. Fourth one is the Output panel. This is where you see the result of the transformations as you apply them. It updates this in real time, which makes it very interactive and informative. Next, I'll explain the examples. The first example is of base64 encoding and decoding. In this example, I take a simple text, that is, this is an example, and apply two base64 operation. It converts the input into base64 format. Then I use the from base64 operation to decode it back to its original form. This shows how easy it is to switch between formats. The second example is of MD5 hashing. MD5 is a widely used cryptographic hash function.
MD5 is one way and it cannot be reversed to get the original input.
Here, I use the MD5 operation. I type in a password like password123 and apply the MD5 hash. CyberChef instantly gives me the hashed output. This demonstrates how CyberChef can be used for password hashing. The third example is of extracting IP address. In this case, I paste a large block of text that includes some IP addresses. Using the extract IP addresses operation, CyberChef filters through the text and pulls out only the IPs very useful in analyzing logs or tracing attacker IPs. The fourth example is of count word occurrences. It is used to find out how many times a specific word or string occurs in a block of text. This example shows how to use CyberChef for text analysis. I input a paragraph and use the count occurrences operation to count how many times a specific word like learning appears. This can help in document or data analysis. The fifth example is of rod 13 operation. It is a simple letter substitution cipher that replaces a letter with the 13th letter after it in the alphabet. It shifts each letter by 13 places. CyberChef makes it very simple to apply and reverse this. I will begin the demonstration part of my presentation where I will show how CyberChef works in real time. First example I'll be taking is of base64 encoding and decoding. Now I'll enter a simple text message in the input panel. Now I will drag and drop 2 base 64 to the recipe area. And as you can see, the output is in the output section. Since I've already checked marked this auto bake option, it gives me the output in the output section without clicking the bake button. Now I will drag and drop from base 64 to the recipe area to get the original text message. Now we can observe the output and how CyberChef reverses the encoding. Now I will show MD5 hashing. For this, I will take the same text and search for MD5 and drag and drop in the recipe area. And we can see that the output has changed. I will show how to extract IP addresses. For this, I'll upload a file and drag and drop extract IP address. Now we can see only the valid IPs from this file. An example of count occurrences. For this, in Operation Search, count occurrences and drag and drop in the recipe area and search for the string which you want to count the occurrence of that. So as you can see, there are 10 occurrences of this string. Next, I'll show an example for rod 13 cipher. For this, I'll clear this and enter a message and search for rod 13 and drag and drop in the recipe area. So as we can see, it is shifted by 13 spaces. And we can reapply this operation to get the original text. CyberChef has many advantages. It is having a simple drag and drop feature with instant output display. No need to install and it works completely client-side in any modern browser. And it supports over 450 operations, including encoding, decoding, encryption, hashing, and much more. Also can be downloaded and used without an internet connection, increasing security and reliability. However, there are few limitations. First, it is not suitable for large files as it depends on browser memory. Next, if used on an untrusted device, there is potential for security risk when analyzing sensitive data. And it doesn't support complex scripting logic like loops or conditions. To conclude, CyberChef is a versatile browser-based tool that simplifies complex data operations. Its ease of use combined with powerful features makes it a favorite among cybersecurity analysts, developers, and forensic investigators. It simplifies complex tasks like encoding, hashing, and encryption through its drag and drop interface. Being browser based, open source, and offline capable, it ensures both convenience and security. It gives us all the tools in one place. Thank you for watching my presentation.